Welcome to Positive Atheism English Channel. Today in our episode, I am going to continue from the last episode regarding the article of Gora-Gandhi's atheist follower written by Hugh Gray. The Great March. In 1960, Gora became known throughout India. He started by staging a satyagraha in front of the Legislative Assembly building in Hyderabad. A letter from him asking that blocks and whips should be abolished was read to the Legislative Assembly by the Speaker, who commented that although he could not collaborate with him, Gora had noble ideas. Meanwhile, outside the Assembly, Gora had been arrested. The Speaker of the Legislative Assembly announced that Gora would be released and talks between the state government and Gora would take place to see if any of his ideas could be implemented. Subsequently, it was pointed out to Gora by Congress ministers that the questions he raised should be taken up with the central government as the changes he suggested were important, implying that conventions and rules and perhaps even the constitution would have to be changed. In March 1960, it was decided that there should be a march to Delhi. Gora had always been close to Jai Prakash Narayan, who agreed to preside over a preparatory conference which was held in Hyderabad in August 1960. This was followed by smaller meetings throughout the state, propagating the ideas of pompousness in current politics and partylessness to come. On 8th October 1960, the Great March to Delhi started from Gandhi's Sevagram ashram. At the outset, the party numbered 16, which increased to 42 by the time they reached Delhi. Along various stretches of the march, they were joined by large numbers of local supporters. They passed through districts of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh and reached Delhi in 99 days after walking 1100 miles. At the head of the march, a large flagless pole was carried to symbolize people without party. The Sarvodaya movement did not at first support the march, but district branches cooperated without being officially associated with it. Everywhere, Sarvodaya members, acting individually, made arrangements for meetings and to provide the marchers with vegetarian food and a place to bathe and sleep. They covered 8 to 14 miles a day, starting at 5 a.m. and trying to reach their destination by midday. They would have a meal on arrival. Everywhere they held meetings. In the towns, they would speak to bar associations, student unions, and other groups. Their program was planned 10 days in advance, and Gora's son Lavanam would go ahead to see that posters were displayed and introductory leaflets distributed. Only in one village in Uttar Pradesh was there initial opposition to their presence. The landlord who controlled the village was a congressman. He told Lavanam that he would not allow Gora and his friends to sleep in the village because they had supported the case for a separate Vidarbha state. Gora similarly supported the movements for separate Andhra and Telangana states in Andhra Pradesh because he considered that smaller political units were intrinsically better. The landlord sent all the villagers to the fields, and when Gora and his friends arrived, the village was empty. A meeting for 5 p.m. was announced through hand megaphones. Nobody from the village attended, and on returning from the fields, the villagers stayed in their huts. From nearby villages, 10 people came to the meeting, including a schoolmaster who asked a number of hostile questions. Gora spoke for 3 hours. Afterwards, the teacher asked what arrangements had been made to feed them, and hearing none, sent them fruit from his village. In another UP village, there was an argument with a bidi leaf merchant. The marchers were carrying a banner reading, "Ministers are our servants." The merchant said, "Our MLA is a minister and we cannot accept anyone carrying such a banner." But after discussion, he allowed them into the village under protest. Later, the minister concerned sent Gora a personal note of apology. Only in a few places did Johnson, Congress, and communist supporters attend meetings to put their cases, heckle, and ask questions. Everywhere the marchers were fed by the villagers and given tea. Before reaching New Delhi, Gora sent a letter to Nehru saying that the office of Prime Minister should be above party politics and asking him to contest the next Lok Sabha election as an individual people's representative, not as a congressman. He told Nehru that he should move to a modest, small house and stop living in isolation from ordinary people in Teen Murti. He also asked Nehru to strongly advocate intercaste marriages, the prelude to a casteless society, to preach pompousness, to abolish political parties, and to introduce decentralization. In January 1961, Satyagraha was offered in front of Teen Murti. Gora's march filled the headlines of newspapers and he received massive all India publicity for his views. Nehru's private secretary came to see Gora and offered him a chance. And after that, what happened, we shall know in the next episode. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to our Positive Atheism English Channel presented by Dr. Samaram Multi-Channel Network, which is nearby 20 crore views. Please like, subscribe and share our videos. And for notification of our new videos, please click the bell icon.
Please download Samaram Multi-Channel app and watch your favorite channels from your mobile. App available on Google Play Store and subscribe to the channels.